ago, my sister filled out the 30-day video game music challenge on one of the Discords she attends. I think she mainly wanted to post Justified as like the credits music, and who can blame her? It's a good song. But she couldn't really fill out all of the days on her own, so she asked me for help. And being the helpful big brother I was, I just kind of gave her the same answer for every single day, whether it fit or not. And I thought I was absolutely hilarious. I thought it would make a good video. But I knew I'd have to wait till next April, because that's more of an April 1st video. But while I was filling it out, I thought it would also be fun to do it for real. So here's HeeminGamin's 30-day music video challenge. This is the template. I cleaned it up a bit. Also, I will be doing the hard mode clause, where you try not to reuse a game, which is really hard because Sonic has a lot of bangers, but I did my best. I think I succeeded. Shoot, I don't know if I actually succeeded in that. Oh, also, every song I choose isn't necessarily my favorite of that category, just, you know, something I thought I could write about. So some of them absolutely will be, because that's the best one of it. But not all. Near where I grew up, there was a shop that sold video games and anime stuff, and Magic the Gathering cards. Cards were in the back room. Take 10 for a buck. I just barely gotten into the game, and I decided to make a deck or two based off of the cards that I could find there. But there was a catch. They had an arcade cabinet for Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which title screen is loud and obnoxious, leaving you with only two choices. You either learn to love it, or you got the frick out of the store. Guess which one I did.
Ready?
Escape from the City from Sonic Adventure 2. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I just had to pick this. This is my favorite video game track of all time, and the level is so good. The guitar lick is just perfectly timed with your boarding in the streets. Look, I love this song, but here, I'll make it up to you. I'm putting you in charge, okay? Do not let me use Inside the Castle Walls for Hub World music, okay? Okay, I'm counting on you for this one.
Attention all units. Suspect seen heading south. Block all major roads and capture the suspect.
See, look, I'm getting better. I could have put Moon here, but I'm gonna put the End of the Dream from Super Mario Bros. 2. Seriously, the intro is so great, but once it gets to the perfect little lullaby part, it's just so innocent and reassuring. Oh look, it says free Nintendo slot. So what Nintendo game did I choose? Oh. Okay, I kinda hate this game, but if Escape from the City is my favorite video game song, I'd really like to include my favorite song of all time. But for some reason, partway through the game, Ellie breaks out a guitar and we can play Canon in D. Of course, I really like a-ha's 1985 classic, Take On Me. Okay, don't use Super Mario 64. How about Rabbids vs. Mario XCOM? It was gonna be this the whole time! You're never gonna stop me! Some people are built different, but I'm built wrong, baby! Woo! It's not technically called Inside the Castle Walls, okay? But it still has Koji Kondo's iconic notes, and then you got it orchestrated by Grant Kirkhope. It's such a great version. We can go through listening to the iconic song on so many different instruments, and I don't know why. But for me, at least, for some reason, it sounds like it's from a Pixar movie. Saria's song from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. This isn't a relaxing song. You should be dancing to this song. Just look at Darunia dancing. Look, I think the 30-day thing is a real glimpse into my life. The reason I chose Saria's song is because ever since I was a wee little lad, I've had trouble sleeping in silence. Nowadays, I like to listen to Summoning Salt videos as I fall asleep, but when I was younger, I had this exact TV in my room. And when it was time to sleep, I would usually power up my N64 and navigate my way to some of my favorite songs in the game, like The Windmill Hut or The Lost Woods. Then I would just throw a blanket over my TV and then I'd catch the train to Sleepy Time Junction. Don't do Stardew, don't do Doki Doki, definitely don't do Undertale. Yeah. What is the first indie game I played? Bastion. Granted, I'm gonna choose the most obvious song, Build That Wall, because of, well, some pretty major reasons. First off, it is a friggin' bop. Second off, I may have developed a little bit of a crush on Ashley Barrett during my Transistor video. And thirdly, how beautifully it ties into the world of Bastion. Supergiant Games stories are great, and I don't want to delve too deeply into it because it's better experience. But here's a quick rundown. Zia is a member of an oppressed people who are forced underground by the powerful group that live within the walls. This song is a war song that's sung by her people, where they sing, "I dig my hole, you build a wall." And as promised, one day that wall of theirs fell. Oh, I love Supergiant Games storytelling!
I dig my hole, you build a wall. One day that wall is gonna fall.
Alright, this one was a bit tough for me. I don't play a whole lot of shooters, and even when I do, their music isn't too iconic. However, I do remember that like a year or two ago, Scott and I would play Payday 2 every single week. And while I could do the song that goes, you know, da 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 da, I still remember our stealth builds always had the Christmas suits, and every week we would blare Pimped Out Getaway. I love it. First off, when you're in stealth mode, it either plays a version of I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day or God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, but once the assault begins, it undeniably becomes Jingle Bells. I like the Christmas music. It reminds me that God is watching. Oh, I hope he didn't see that. Or that. Oh, but this, he can watch this. This is rad. Okay, so most of the Star Wars games from the mid-2000s just put in unaltered Star Wars tracks. I could simply say Duel of Fates and call it a day, and you couldn't even fault me for choosing a John Williams track. But I do want to do better, so I went and I borrowed a copy of GoldenEye, because I love the iconic 007 jingle, and I'm guessing that Graham Norgate did too, because almost every track in this game at some point will play the iconic notes. My pick will simply be the unaltered opening. Sick visuals, sick song. Of course, you probably have to give credit to Monty Norman for writing the song. Friend Battle from Pokemon X and Y. Now, for me, a lot of battle music in Pokemon just bleeds together. However, one thing that I love in games are motifs. And my favorite song from Pokemon X and Y is the motif of Friends Forever. And then there's a more tender version later in the game. And while most of the song, Battle, in parentheses, Friend, is indeed, yeah, punch that cat creature! Every so often, the music shifts to remind you that, yeah, it's okay. This is a friend. Frick? Oh, okay, now I really am screwed. I do not play play puzzle games. I don't even know what a puzzle game technically is. Is it Match 3? Is it Tetris? Is it Layton? Screw it. I'm gonna ask Dr. Google what it is. Okay, Portal? Yeah, okay, I can do that. Okay, so before I even played Portal, I accidentally discovered Still Alive on the jukeboxes in Left 4 Dead 2. It was a funny random song that just popped up, so I added it to my iPod playlist. And I really dug the tune. So when I finally did boot up Portal, still not knowing where the song came from, imagine my surprise to be greeted by a fun, salsa version of Still Alive. Now this one was a tough one for me because I like sadder songs. They're usually the more beautiful compositions, you know, Fire Emblem's Don't Say Her Name, Halo 2's menu music. I mean, I think the closest could be Yuna's theme because last year it was the song that was playing when Final Fantasy X actually got me. But I'm gonna go with A Survivor Returns from XCOM Enemy Unknown. This is where my video editor arcade knowledge comes into play. Normally in XCOM, the exact same song plays after every mission, but I learned by looking at XCOM's setlist that if you have all but one soldier die on your mission, you will actually have to listen to this song. And if you're like me and you name all of your soldiers after friends, or on this file from 2013, anime characters, that makes you feel awful, man! You won, but at what human cost? Hold on, we're gonna move this one until the 19th, then we'll come back to it. Don't worry. Neko Jishi should probably go in the category of game you haven't played before, because, it is, I wanna make sure I get this right. It is a Chinese homosexual dating sim where you date big, burly cat spirits. Okay. However, its title theme slaps so hard that I just love listening to it. The vocals aren't Chinese, but dang if I don't feel like dating a strapping, broad-shouldered tiger man afterwards. Sonic CD's boss battle US music is what evil sounds like. This crap is demonic. I mean, the bosses in Sonic CD are just way too easy, so you don't really get debased in the fear that this song can cause, but man, I just love how over the top it is. This and Sonic Boom are why I always play Sonic CD with the US tracks on. Alright, so my pick for a 16-bit song might not even be a 16-bit song, because I love me some motifs, so I love me some Super Mario World. Every song has the Super Mario World motif! Oh yes, even the castle. But when Super Mario Maker 2 came along, they didn't have any airship, desert, or snow theme. So they rehired Koji Kondo to throw together just a couple more variations, and the snow theme is just so happy and it captures the Christmas spirit so much that it's gotta go on my annual Christmas CD. Right next to Pimped Out Getaway. Crazy Taxi really captures the never get tired of vibe, and All I Want really captures Crazy Taxi. I hopped on to get 5 minutes of footage, and I ended up playing for 90 minutes. And this game only has like 3 tracks, and every time it shuffled into All I Want, I got hyped all over again. I certainly didn't get tired of this song, and I doubt I ever will. Let's move it. Okay, so the game that I chose wasn't actually released in the year I was born, but it did come out within 365 days of when I came out, and when you hear the song, you might understand why I was willing to stretch the rules just a little bit. Okay, this is my bailiwick. I listen to a lot of video game music in my free time, so I also listen to a bunch of remixes. Materia Collection, OC Remix, this was the hardest category to choose a song from. I mean, Man on the Internet's cover is the only reason I've even heard of Neko Jishi. But my favorite OC remixes have to be Rhyme of the Seafaring Wanderer and Smile on Every Summer. Just excellent Wind Waker covers. But if I need to narrow it down, I think I'll go with Lover's Reef. First off, it's my favorite Sonic & Knuckles track, and second off, it's covered by some of OC Remix's best talent. I'm talking Deluxe, Jeffrey Tosser, Shonen Samurai Zircon, and of course, Jillian Aversa.
There's a fire lit, so let's unthaw now. Too cold and too far, we'll make it out somehow. It turned to ice, and it's not our way to be. So let the earth quake and melt with me.
Oh, okay, here it is. Sorry I took it. You can have it back now, though. So originally I was thinking, let's just throw on Skyward Sword. You know, I didn't enjoy that game, but the whole soundtrack is deified in my eyes. Or maybe my ears. Anyway, let's just throw on Bruce's theme and move on to day 14, a track with vocals. And that's originally where I put Breeze at Dawn from Soul Calibur 5. But I hate that game even more, so I decided to move the things around. And I want to talk about this song a little more, because the really cool thing is I recognized the vocalist immediately. It was Jillian Aversa. And there's also this really cool video where she explains that they didn't have her listen to the song beforehand. All they did was dim the lights in the studio and just had her sing in a language that she made up, making it so she sang entirely from the soul. Jillian's music has always transported me to another plane of existence while listening to her music, and this song is the epitome of that experience. And after all of her cover work, I am so happy that she actually managed to enter the industry. So naturally, day 13 has got to be Breeze at Dawn from Soul Calibur 5. While I unironically love all of the tracks from Sonic R, this is my only chance to sneak F-Zero some love. Heaven knows Nintendo ain't gonna do it. And it's gotta be either Big Blue or Mute City. If you're making a list of the best video game tracks, you're out of your mind if you don't include these two. And I think for my video, I'm going to go with Big Blue, just because of how visually interesting the stage is on the N64 version. This was a toughie for me. I mean, I think I'm probably supposed to choose a part of a game that annoyed me to no end, and that the song has some PTSD flashbacks linked with it. But I can't really think of any song that's tainted in that way. However, I think one song that gives a physical reaction from me is Black Hole Tag Team from Advanced Wars Dual Strike. 2 turns is unfathomably powerful. When a tag team attack happened to me in this game, I would turn my DS away from me. I don't want to see all of my troops get absolutely decimated for 2 turns by units with absurdly boosted stats. I feel powerless, I feel weak, I feel terrible. I feel frustrated. So that's why this is the song that I associate with frustration. Alright, when this popped up, I started running through Harvest Moon games. Which one of these beautiful compositions are gonna grace this video? None of them! I love my motifs! So Clocktown is the song. 3 days of the exact same song, each one getting more and more stressful because guess what? You're gonna die! The first day is classic Zelda goodness of happy-go-lucky joy. And then on day 2, it's a little less so. And then on day 3, the song is just going fast and there's that haunting, I don't know, cello pervading the background? So yeah, Clocktown, day 3. Okay, so this is originally what I had in the FPS category, but it fits here so perfectly! Because when you're talking about music in Halo 2, it's pretty easy to get overshadowed by Marty O'Donnell's iconic Halo themes, or friggin' Breaking Bad's Blow Me Away, but the song that I love the most is the extremely underrated In Amber Clad. I mean, the violins in the beginning are beautiful, and then you pair that with the sick rhythm from the bass guitar, and then when the main guitar comes in, it just makes me want to date a burly tiger! Okay, so this was a hard one for me because I never really take notice if a song's stuck on my head. If a song's up there, I just let it play out while going about my day. But while I was working on this video, I took special notice if I caught myself humming along with a video game song. And I actually had some. For example, Jungle Japes came up once, Dribble's Highway Jazz came up twice, and Super Mario Land came up 5 times. I have never owned Super Mario Land. I've never even played Super Mario Land. But for some reason, I caught myself humming along with... Oh, so many battle or victory songs to choose from. Well, I don't think you can be not pumped when you listen to a victory song written by the Attack on Titan guys. Believe it or not, I have never played Style Savvy Styling Star. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Chet, you're so styling, you're so savvy. You have to have played this game. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint, but no. But one of my favorite songs from Smash Ultimate is Ring-a-Ding. So naturally, we gotta pop over to the 3DS for this masterpiece.
Everybody ring-a-ding, don't you wait, just jump up. You've got a hope right in your heart. Hey, ring, ring, ring the bell, ring, ring-a-ding. Oh, 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 ring, ring, ring the bell, ring, ring-a-ding.
Oh shoot, okay, we're getting near the end, are we? And I haven't put a single Fire Emblem song up. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to go with a bit of an oddball pick here. Condemnation from Fire Emblem Fates. Yeah, most of the songs feel like they belong and they really add to the mood. But I was caught completely off guard when I went to fight Silas and all of a sudden this Irish river dance just jumped down and started doing a little jig in front of me. I'm gonna go with Endless Mind, simply because, as I said, I listen to video game in my free time. I had this on a CD in my car, my sister hopped in once while it was playing, and she asked, why do I feel such nostalgia for this song? And the thing is, she probably hasn't heard this song. But it was designed in a lab to be the most nostalgic sounding song of all time. And I'm gonna go ahead and fall for the trick and say, yeah, it's a great song. Man, I was this close. I say this close to saying screw the hard mode clause. I gotta put in Escape from the City and Live and Learn. Come on, is there any song that even competes with it for awesomeness? Turns out, there is. Dang, Plank Galleon! Oh my gosh, this pirate shanty that turns into a rock song partway through. I know that in Smash tournaments, you have to pick the stages, but is it possible to request the music tracks? Because there is no way I could ever lose as K. Rool while this awesome song is booming in the background. Okay, so Harvest Moon Friends Mineral Town is one of the best in the series. However, I think when it comes to credits music, there's just something so special about the way that they did it in Back to Nature. Because once again of those motifs. Okay, so in the opening flashback, it has this little music box song. And it's cute, and it really makes it all nostalgic. And in the flashback, your character falls asleep, and he wakes up when a girl is singing this song. And then the two of you bond while you're singing that same song. After 3 years in the game, if you get the good ending, it ends with you and your wife atop a mountain at sunset, and she reveals to you that she was that little girl that you met all those years ago. Then it has one little flashback to the two of you singing, and then the credits come on with an overwhelming orchestral version of the exact same song. And that is HeeminGamin's 30-day music video game I don't know, it was fun. Whatever it was a whole bunch of fun. Also, yesterday's video was a lot of fun. If you want to check out my April Fool's version of this one, or you can subscribe, I would love to have you. And, you know, considering how much fun I had with this one, I'm probably going to end up tackling the Lost Levels one at some point, so I'd love to have you. Well, whatever happens, I want you to have a fabulous day. See ya.